I discovered my wife was cheating on me after 7 years. The truth hit hard. I had been married to my wife for 7 years. We met in college and built a life together, or so I thought. Recently, I started noticing small changes, like her being secretive with her phone and coming home late with vague excuses. I brushed it off at first, thinking maybe she was just stressed from work or needed some space, but then one night, I accidentally saw a message pop up on her phone from a name I didn't recognize. It was flirty and full of inside jokes, the kind of messages you don't send to just anyone. Curiosity and fear got the better of me, so I started paying attention to her phone more. I didn't want to believe it, but the evidence was piling up. She was texting someone late at night, hiding her screen when I walked by, and deleting messages quickly. One evening, I found a receipt for a hotel she claimed she never went to. My heart sank, and I knew I had to confront her. When I asked her about it, she denied everything at first, saying I was imagining things or being paranoid, but I showed her the messages and the receipt, and she finally broke down. She admitted she had been seeing someone else for several months. She said she was unhappy and felt disconnected from me, that it just happened and she didn't know how to stop. I felt betrayed, angry, and devastated, wondering how someone you love could do this behind your back. We argued for days, trying to make sense of everything. She apologized and said she wanted to work on our marriage, but I wasn't sure if I could trust her again. The pain was overwhelming, and I felt lost, questioning everything about our relationship and my own worth. My friends and family were supportive, telling me to take time to heal and decide what I really wanted. Since then, we've been going to couples therapy, trying to rebuild what was broken. It's been hard, with many setbacks and moments of doubt, but also some progress. I'm learning that forgiveness is a process and that trust takes time to restore. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I'm trying to take it one day at a time. Since the moment she confessed, our lives have been a whirlwind of emotions. The guilt in her eyes was real, but the damage felt overwhelming. I struggled to reconcile the woman I loved with the one who had betrayed me. Therapy sessions were intense, filled with tears, silence, and difficult conversations. We tried to unpack what went wrong, what led her to seek comfort elsewhere, and how we could possibly rebuild the trust that was shattered. She opened up about feeling lonely and disconnected, about how our busy lives and my long work hours had created a distance between us. I admitted that I had been neglectful in some ways, caught up in my own stress and responsibilities. But that didn't excuse the betrayal. We both acknowledged that communication had broken down long before the affair started, and that rebuilding would require honesty, patience, and effort from both of us. There were days when I wanted to give up, when the pain and anger felt too much to bear. I found myself questioning if love was enough to overcome such a deep wound, but there were also moments of hope, small signs that she was committed to making things right. Like her willingness to be transparent with her phone and schedule, and her efforts to reconnect emotionally. We started spending more intentional time together, trying to rediscover the bond that had brought us together in the first place. Friends and family had mixed reactions. Some urged me to leave and not waste any more time on a relationship built on lies. Others encouraged me to fight for our marriage, reminding me that everyone makes mistakes and that forgiveness can lead to healing. Their opinions were helpful, but ultimately the decision was mine. I had to decide if I could move past the betrayal and rebuild a future with her. I also focused on healing myself, seeking therapy individually to process my own feelings of hurt and betrayal. I learned to set boundaries and express my needs clearly, realizing that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting but choosing to let go of resentment. It's been a difficult journey, but I'm slowly finding strength and hope, learning that love can sometimes survive even the hardest trials. Over time, we began to rebuild our relationship on a new foundation, one rooted in honesty and vulnerability. The process was far from easy, with setbacks and moments of doubt, but also breakthroughs that reminded us why we fell in love. We started creating new memories together, going on trips, sharing hobbies, and having deep conversations about our hopes and fears. We learned to communicate openly about our feelings even when it was uncomfortable, and to listen without judgment. She continued to show commitment through her actions, being transparent and patient as I worked through my trust issues. I made a conscious effort to be more present and attentive, balancing work and home life better than before. Our intimacy improved as we rebuilt emotional closeness, and we found joy in small, everyday moments that had been overshadowed by pain. We celebrated milestones in our healing journey, acknowledging how far we had come and the work still ahead. Though the affair will always be a part of our story, it no longer defines us. We've learned that forgiveness is a choice we renew each day, and that love can grow stronger through adversity. I'm not naive to think that challenges won't arise again, but I believe we now have the tools and commitment to face them together. Our marriage feels more authentic and resilient, built on a deeper understanding of ourselves and each other. If I could offer advice to anyone facing a similar betrayal, I would say this: healing is possible, but it requires honesty, patience, and a willingness to confront painful truths. Don't rush the process or ignore your feelings. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals, and remember that rebuilding trust takes time. Whether you choose to stay or leave, prioritize your well-being and know that you deserve respect and love. Sharing my story has been part of my healing, and I hope it offers hope to others feeling lost and broken. You're not alone, and even in the darkest moments, there is a path forward. Thank you for listening, and I wish you strength and peace on your own journey. Story 2. She left me with only memories, the truth I faced alone. I looked through the partly open door. I found her sliding through our old pictures, her fingers paused on each one. I opened the door. Her light brown eyes did not express the least bit of surprise. "Here comes the groom. Don't you have a wife waiting for you right now?" her smile inquired of me. I still didn't realize why she had to leave me. We were flawless for one another. We fitted perfectly like the black and white keys of a piano. We made impeccable music together. Our dream catcher told very similar tales. The same songs shuffled through our playlists. We wanted to travel the world together, and I called her my soulmate. Still, she left, crushing my heart to shards, devastating my last piece of hope. Tear-sodden, I asked her, "Can you come back?" She smiled, the same curve that made me fall in love with her once. I leaned in to kiss her. We slept together that night knowing it will be our last. I woke up to a loud knock in the morning. "You slept here yesterday?" The woman facing me was in complete disbelief. Her voice broke. "We were going to move Sam's stuff today. I don't think you need them anymore. It's been 7 years since the accident and you are married now, Jerry. You have got to move on," Sam's mom reminded me. "Go home, Jerry," Samantha waved from the balcony. Reality stabbed me with its cruel, unforgiving knife. She had made a fool of me. Once again, she could never return to me, not ever.